then told Victoria about them. Victoria hadn't even seen them yet.
No, I just trusted Liz. I can trust her when it comes to guys. She knows what I'm into.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another week of Like the Queens. We're moving and grooving today. I just got back from my tour, and what better time to film a podcast episode?
Where did you go?
Today we went to Niagara Falls. It was a school like 10 minutes away from Niagara Falls. Yeah. It's like a little over 2 hours to drive there, but it was worth it. It was worth it. The kids were great too. The shows went so well. Did
you see it? Did you see the falls?
We didn't see Niagara Falls today, but we're going back in like 2 weeks to the same school. So we're going there that time. Because we didn't have a lunch break today, so we were a little pressed for time.
No.
Yeah. I do have chicken wings in front of me, so
I don't blame
sorry
you.
about that in advance.
That's okay. I was supposed to have 3 job interviews today.
Okay.
And only one of them happened. So let me tell you about the first one. It's to be like the marketing and social media person for like a doggy daycare place. And so I would literally, and cats, so I would literally be like making social media posts about the dogs and TikToks about the dogs and running their website, stuff like that, running their social media campaigns. And it went really well. I don't know when I'll find out if I make it to the next round of like actually meeting the owners, because I was talking to someone from like HR or something like that today.
Yeah.
And it went good. And then I was supposed to have a meeting being like the administration person for this therapist place in Charlotte. And it was going to be like a part-time thing. It paid nice. And I log into the interview and it keeps telling me my email hasn't been like approved through the admin and that I can't go in for the interview. And so I messaged them and I'm like, hey, like, I'm logged in, but it says, like, I need to be approved by you guys. Like, I just want you to know I'm here. 20 minutes go by, nothing. I don't get a response. Like, no one has, like, helped me. And then, like, as soon as I log off, like, a few minutes later, I get an email saying that the interviewer was ready for me now. But they never responded to me, and they were over 20 minutes late, so I thought that they forgot about me. And so then my third interview is with another marketing agency out of Charlotte. And, like, I don't know. I shouldn't say this online, but I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't know much about marketing. I know a lot about social media. And so I was really excited about possibly, like, working with them. And, like, the hiring lady, I already have talked to them on the phone. This was going to be a Zoom interview now with, like, another person. She got sick, so we had to reschedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that one's more acceptable than just, oh, we're ready for you now. No, I was ready for you 20 minutes ago.
And, like, they didn't even respond back to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
No, that's so annoying. That is so annoying.
Yeah. And I had to get up before 9 a.m. today for my first interview. I know.
Guys.
I know, because my interview was at 9.
Wow.
And so, I know. And so I got up, I put on my, like, workout shirt, because it's just a phone interview. They weren't seeing me. So I put on my workout clothes, and then I went back to sleep for an hour. Then I got up, and I worked out. And then I showered and got ready for my 2 Zoom interviews. That didn't happen. So, like, my hair and my makeup is all done for nothing.
That's unfortunate. Apologies. I'd be annoyed if that happened to me.
I only took an hour nap when I needed more.
Heard.
Yeah. So that's how my day is going. Not bad, not great.
Not bad, but not the greatest. And that's the theme of what we're going to talk about today. A night that wasn't bad at all. But the morning didn't end up the greatest.
I had a lot of fun this night, I shall say.
Liz went wild. I also had a lot of fun this night. When we tell this story, it's going to sound like I just kind of was there, but I had fun. Okay, guys. I had a lot of fun.
I'm really glad. I felt really bad about it the next day and apologized a million times.
She indeed did. But, here we are now. And it was it was all good. So picture me and Liz back
Wait.
in Wisconsin.
We
That's right. We're taking it back. What?
we have to tell them how we got to this point. How we got to where we were.
Okay.
Continue.
You tell that story.
No. You continue.
Okay, one weekend. It was like a weekend into like an early week, I think. Maybe it was the weekend. We had off
weekend.
from our performances. So we were like, let's go to a new city. Let's get out of Holcomb. So we went to Madison, Wisconsin, as you do. So
the capital.
Yeah. We booked a hotel. We were ready. We were ready for everything. We were ready for a night out on the town. Me and Liz obviously are on the lookout for a cute boy.
All the time.
That's our mission every time we go out. So we drive. What was it? Like 3 hours, 3.5 hours to Madison.
3.5 hours. Mm-hmm.
We drive there. Actually, Liz does. So good for you. We get to Madison and we like check into our hotel. We all shower and everything. And Liz, I don't know if you want to tell this part. Of course, me and Liz are wild on our dating apps.
Oh, yeah. I have to go out on a date while I'm there. And I found someone who was tall, 6'5", dark-haired, willing to take me out on a date, knowing I was just in town for one night. And so I was like, take me to a place where we were going to meet for dinner that night. And I'm like, take me someplace that's like local, no chain. I'm like, I want to get a feel for Madison, Wisconsin. He's like, okay, I know this really good sushi place. And so Victoria and Madison dropped me off for my date because I wasn't going to make them like wait for me. Like, you can share what you guys did after you dropped me off, and then I'll share about my date.
Yeah, so basically we dropped Liz off, and then we just went shopping. We went to a mall, and then I was with Madison, so of course we went to Joann's Fabric. And that's truly what we did. We just shopped around and chilled out while we were waiting for Liz.
So while they were having fun shopping and enjoying their best lives, this man took me to a very fancy sushi restaurant, okay? It was very expensive, and he ordered sake. And I never knew what sake was. It's like hot wine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good, but like we're starving artists. I would never spend this kind of money on myself or on drinks or food, okay? And let me preface by saying I didn't order the drinks for us, he did. And number two, I still ordered a cheap sushi roll off the menu, and only one. I didn't order multiple or anything like that because I was treating him the way I would treat my wallet.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, the conversation's okay. There's like no spark. He's not easy to talk to. He's not giving me anything back in return. Like, it's just asking this guy questions about himself, and like he was nice. He was like an average nice guy. So it's time for the bill to come, and the waitress drops it off, or waiter, I don't remember which one. And I do my thing of offering to pay for my half, which I always do, but you guys know by now I expect the guy to pay on the first date. After the first date, we can always split it. I don't ever, and if there's financial problems, I understand that too. Take me someplace cheap, or let me know ahead of time. No biggie. But this man took me to an expensive restaurant knowing I'm an actress and made me pay for my half of the bill at a place I would never pay. Like, I would never go to eat. And again, I didn't know this, like, going into the restaurant. Maybe that's my fault for not researching a little bit more. Like, this place was inside of a house. Like, it was a house turned into a restaurant.
But the day was also put together in, like, 30 minutes? Like, we literally got to Madison, and then, like, we were out of our hotel within, like, an hour.
Yeah. And the guy was really nice and everything, and like we hugged bye and went our separate ways. But when I tell you I only spent an hour with this guy because I couldn't do it anymore, I only spent an hour with this guy. And Victoria and Madison, like, they weren't even in the area. Like I told y'all like to come find me or whatever. And I just
Yeah.
started walking around the city by myself because I couldn't stand being with this guy any longer.
Correct.
And not because he was
Correct.
a bad guy. He was a nice guy. Just it was not there. Nothing was there.
Yeah.
Oh, I also want to say this man I think was in his 30s or like late 20s. So he knew better.
Yeah. I remember you telling me
He
about that.
knew better. He knew better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm walking around the city by myself. I'm just like trying to get away, trying to find something to do until they can pick me up. And I find this outdoor concert that's happening, this free outside concert. And
Yeah.
so I start walking around by myself, just hanging out, and I see these group of four guys who are, was it four? It was four of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was four of
it was
them.
four. Yeah, and I see this group. This is when it starts, y'all. I see this group of four guys, and I'm like, ooh, they're cute, and like I just keep like running into them like while walking around, and probably like 30 minutes later, Madison and Victoria come and pick me up, and then we go hit the town. We we don't think about the concert and those four guys for a couple hours, I'll say.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. We don't think about those
Yeah.
guys because I didn't know about them yet. I was like thinking, and I was like, yeah, wait. We just went.
So
I
yeah,
don't
we
even know
just
what we
like
did.
I
We ended
think
up
the
going
first
to
place it was a
that.
dance club.
Yeah.
It
We
was a
we
Latin dance place.
yeah. We didn't think it was like, at least me personally, I didn't know it was like a Latin themed dance night. We were passing it around it earlier, and it said it
Yeah.
was like dance club tonight, like till this time, and we were like, oh, how
Yeah.
fun would that be? A
Let's
rooftop
go
like
to a dance club.
dance club, like that's so fun.
Over
And
the
we
lake too.
over the lake. It was beautiful. It was
It was
beautiful.
beautiful.
But we get up there, and it's like this Latin band who sound great. Again, the
They were
music was
great.
great. But the vibe, what really wasn't
It
what we
wasn't
were
us.
looking for. What we were
There
looking
were a lot
for.
of like I'd say married couples and older couples that were there.
Yeah.
Definitely like older people. There weren't many guys, I would say, our age.
Quite
And
literally
Victoria,
none.
none, none. And Victoria and I are there on a mission.
Yeah.
We have we have one thing we're trying to do.
Correct.
And so we were
Correct.
like, okay, let's go back to like downtown Madison and like look because there was tons of bars and things happening throughout the day while we were there. We had a blast. We
We
didn't even
did.
talk about the daytime.
The day was fun. We walked around during the day, like before we even checked into our hotel,
Yeah,
and discovered everything, which was really fun.
had good homemade lemonade at this place. Walked around eating treats, shopping at all the little side stores. We got these really ugly 80s prom dresses that we still haven't done a photo
We
shoot
still
in.
haven't done a shot in. But it came in handy.
That
I
prom
love that
dresses are
dress.
cute. I know, I do too. And we ended up wearing them for a party in North Carolina.
That's true. Another party. That story's coming.
Yeah, another party. So yeah, we did that. And so we went back to that place. We walked around. Again, the bars just like there weren't really happening.
They weren't like active. And it was like, I would have prefaced this by it was like late. It was like
Yeah.
around, it was starting to get around like 10 p.m. ish. 10
Yeah, it was
p.m.
late.
ish. Like that's time when like bars start to pick up, and it was like Friday or Saturday night. So we were like, what's going on? Why aren't we
What's
finding the
going
good
on?
we're like, why isn't this popping? And then did we go back then?
Yes, that's what I said to you. I said, I remember seeing these really cute guys at this
Yeah.
concert place. We should go back. And
Yeah.
so the three of us go back to this concert place. Victoria and I purposefully stand next to the four guys who I saw
We walked
hours.
right into that group. Right into
We
them.
did, right into them. Like hours later, after I had seen them and told Victoria about them, Victoria hadn't even seen them yet.
No, I just trusted Liz. I can
Yes.
trust her when it comes to guys. She knows what I'm into.
Yeah, and was I wrong?
She was indeed not wrong. OMG, was she not wrong? I stepped up. First of all, they were all tall. Except
All tall, all cute.
there was one Mr. Man that we are both too familiar with, who was a short king. Anyway, the rest of them
A
were
king.
tall,
Oh,
beautiful men.
tall,
And
beautiful
I said,
man.
Liz, you have not led me astray yet.
I got you, girl, always. And Madison was having fun, I think, listening to the music, but she's engaged. She's not looking for men. And she's also
Yeah.
really worried about COVID at this point because she had another job coming up. This is towards
Yeah.
the end of the summer. And so, like, she wasn't really feeling it. And so, you started the
I
conversation with
did.
Colton, didn't you?
Absolutely, I did.
Okay,
Colton
you go, you
and
go.
I started a conversation with Colton and Roach. I hope they don't mind their names being on here.
They're being on there.
There's a million Colton and Roaches in the world. I started up a conversation with them because I wanted to, because they're tall, they're cute, and why not shoot my shot? And I start talking to them, then I get Liz into the conversation, and we're just chatting. They were very active during the concert, which is like, I
They
think
were having so much
what
fun.
made it so easy. They were like yelling at the band. It was so funny. So basically we
Yeah.
just talked for the rest of the concert. We came in at like the tail end. Like there was like
Yeah.
maybe 10, 15 minutes left of the concert. The concert finished. We're still having a conversation with these men. And they were like, oh, we're going to go keep partying. We're going to head to these bars. Do you guys?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
They were like, we need to exchange, like, information.
Yes, I applaud them. They got our Snapchats.
They did.
We didn't have to ask for them. They were like,
No,
give
they
us
got 'em.
your snaps. And we said, okay.
Okay.
We said, here it is, scan it.
And we did. And Colton, oh, Colton.
Oh, Colton.
About to expose myself to him on here. He kept saying to me, he's like, you're not from here. Where are you from? Which I get all the time. I get it all the time. And I was like, oh, I'm from North Carolina. He's like, oh, I thought I heard Tennessee in your accent. I'm like, oh, well, my mom's side of the family, they're all from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he's like, I knew it. I knew it from the way you talked. And so I was like, okay.
You were like, stop it.
Do you want me to talk to you some more?
Yeah, me and Liz had both chosen our prey for the night.
We did. And so Madison leaves. She's like, I'm going to go back, go to bed. You guys text me when you want me to pick you up or call me.
Yeah.
And so we walk to this bar with these guys.
We have no car. We just have our phones. And we're like, okay, let's party with these men. And we do. The first bar, this is another thing that is still so confusing to me. We walk into this bar and it is like dead. It's dead. Again, it's a Friday night. By now it's late. We are entering the late hours and it's dead. We're like the only people in this bar.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. There's not many people. And so we all sit at the bar and like Victoria and I are like away from the guys. So like, we just start having our own conversation. And then Roach comes up to us. And he's just like that's who Victoria liked.
I liked Roach. Still do. Still think he's cute. If you're listening.
He's very cute, very sweet. He was like the nicest guy, like out of all of them, like the nicest guy. And he starts like ranting about COVID because he works as a nurse and like just going off. And we're like, okay, oh yeah.
For sure.
And so then we're telling him about our lives and our lives as singers and stuff. And the guy I liked, Colton, is talking to some old man at the bar the entire time.
Yeah, we were trying to get Colton's attention, and he was literally talking to some guy their friend group didn't even know, and we were like, two beautiful women are sitting right here.
And like their other friends were cute too, but like we had picked which ones we were into that night.
Yeah.
And so we're like, there's one point like towards like the middle, like we're talking to all of them except Colton, because Colton's still chatting with his old man friend.
Correct.
And Roach looks at us and he asked us if we were prostitutes.
That is true. That is true. He didn't believe our singer story, which isn't a story. It was just facts. We were just telling what we did. He said, are you guys prostitutes? Are you using the story to cover up the fact that you're prostitutes? And we said, no.
no.
Why
And he's
would we
like,
do that?
yeah. And he's like, I can't let y'all get in the car knowing if you were doing something illegal. We're like, no.
That was funny. We also
Yeah.
forgot to mention that one of the guys bought us shots because we had a lemon
Oh,
drop
yeah, they
shot.
did.
I don't
They
remember
did
which
buy
one it
us
was,
shots.
but thanks. Thanks
I
for the
want to
shot.
say it was like the Short King.
Yeah, I think it was the Short King too.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so
Anyway.
the short king is like newer to the friend group. He was only friends with Colton. He wasn't really friends with the other guys who we were
Yeah.
with. And they're like, "Do you guys want to go to the W?"
So at this point, let's also mention they think that we're both 21, which in Liz's case
We've been
was
lying to them and
true.
telling them.
Yeah, it wasn't true for me, but they were like, let's go to the W, which is prime college town. It's like in the middle of the college campus of Madison, Wisconsin. So, of course, me and Liz say, okay.
Okay.
Let's
And
go.
So we start walking to their car. We get in this tiny car. And
this tiny car.
Tiny car. Me and Victoria are crammed in the back with Roach. And like Sam, Colton, and the other guy. I can't.
And Short King. I know his name. I don't know.
I'm not going to say his name because I could
There's
really
too much to the story
him.
now.
Yeah, I could really expose this man. And so the three of them are sitting up front, and the Short King is driving like crazy. Like he's driving really scarily.
Like a maniac. Let's also preface that we did willingly get in this car. We did willingly get in this car with 4 men that we truly knew nothing about. But we did it. They said, it's a short little drive. And we said, okay.
Okay. Why did we do that? Like, our parents always tell us, don't get in the car with strangers. And Victoria, we didn't just get in a car with one stranger. We got in a car with 4 strange men.
4 strange men. Let that sink in. Do not follow in our footsteps.
No.
Obviously, we're fine. But
yeah, we live to tell the tale, and it's a great tale. But, like, it could have ended really bad, especially since, like, we were all drinking. And then the Short King proceeds to tell us about how he has, like, shrooms in the car or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I do have hard drugs in the car. And we said, okay.
I said, Mom, I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up.
Me and Liz were like, oh, jeez. As soon as the Short King started driving like he was in NASCAR, it was a little scary till we got to where we needed to be.
I was like, Victoria and I are gonna die together tonight.
Correct.
And, like, poor sweet Roach. He was like holding us in the backseat.
He was.
He's like, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you guys. I promise. He's like, I barely even know this guy. He's like, I promise. Like, we're not like that. We don't do these things. And I don't want you to think that my friend group's like this. I don't know this guy.
Yeah.
So why did we get in the car with a guy they barely know?
Don't know. Don't regret it.
Don't regret it at all.
Anyway, after a very exciting drive, we pull into the W. The W. And at this point, this is when we decide to mention to Roach, because he's the only guy that we can talk to, that I'm indeed not 21 years of age. So and this bar, they ID'd you to get in, and they like scanned it. It was the whole 9 yards. So I was like, I can't get in. And he was like, well, which I completely understand. Like, they were there. They also didn't owe me anything.
Yeah. So, and I said to Victoria, I was like, we can leave. We can go. We don't have to do this. And Victoria was being the great supportive friend that she is. And she said, no, go and go.
I said, you have a mission. Get it done. And Liz said, okay, I'll call you in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I said, I won't be gone long. I said, call me when you get off the phone with Brady.
Yeah.
Because you were on the phone with Brady. And so I walk in, and they had already ordered me a drink. And it's vodka Red Bull. And let me tell you, this is my first time having vodka Red Bull, okay? And so I'm hanging around this bar with these guys. drinking vodka Red Bull, and the short king starts talking about all the times he's done drugs and all the crazy things he's done on drugs, and how he sometimes goes to work high and things like that. And once again, Roach is going, I don't know this guy. We're not like this guy. I'm so sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Just like freaking out about it, okay? And I want to say, Colton did buy me this drink, this one, okay? And then they put our name down to go to the rooftop because there's a rooftop bar as well. And we were like waiting for our name to be called, and they got called, and we were able to go up. And once again, I don't know who bought vodka Red Bull again, but another round of vodka Red Bull. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And we're drinking. I'm like ready to dance. Whitney Houston's playing up there, and none of them will dance with me. None of them.
Fake.
I know. And like no one else was dancing, but like Victoria, you always dance with me.
Correct. Me and Liz, if there's anything we can do, it's dance.
Let's dance. We'll always dance. And so we're chatting, we're having fun, drinking. I'm literally just like hanging out with the different guys at different points, like not even like specifically like hanging out with them. Then I reach this point and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm waiting in line for the bathroom, and I meet this girl and this guy also in like the lines, and I'm like, yeah, I'm hanging out with these dudes I've never met before, and they literally stop and they're like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? And I said,
Yeah.
no. I'm having the best time of my life. But this sweet girl from the bathroom gave me her number and told me to call her, like, if I needed help or anything like that. And so it was really sweet. I love women supporting women.
Mm-hmm.
And always keeping an eye out. I made friends in the bathroom. I don't remember all that we talked about, but, like...
Love it.
It was great. And there was vomit all over the bathroom floor. I just want to say that.
Don't love that.
I did clean my shoes after. This trip. And so I came out of the bathroom, and once again, there's another vodka Red Bull in my hand from one of the guys. So we're on drink 3 right now. And we also had a shot at the bar from the previous one. So this is my 4th drink, okay? I start talking to Colton and Sam, and I am like dreamy over Colton, and then at one point Sam walks away and it's me and Colton talking, and he's a total F-boy, you guys, like total, he knows he's cute, like the complete bad boy.
Yeah.
And I am getting pretty gone at this point, and then Roach comes over at some point, and then I buy us, Colton's like, we should do scuba shots. And I'm like, what scuba shots? It's when you shotgun Red Bull with vodka that's been like, half of it's been poured out. And so I just did like my 5th drink in a matter of like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And as soon as I had that scuba shot, it went pouring out of my nose in front of all these guys, because you shotgun it, and I've never shotgunned anything before. Like, this was like my first time, and it was a shot,
yeah.
And I have it pouring out of my nose. I have it pouring everywhere, like crazy. And we're dying laughing, having fun. And I can't remember if I like grabbed a water at this point or if someone else got another vodka Red Bull. But I'm talking to Colton. I have no idea really what we're talking about, besides the fact he was telling me about his stock market stuff and how he wants to live in a van and how I want to live in a van. And I'm like,
it was in that moment Liz fell in love.
Completely. And I said, this is the love of my life. I love him. And then Victoria
she did say that.
Victoria's texted me or called me. She's like, I'm off the phone. You ready to leave? And I said, yes, I need help.
That's literally the words she sent to me. And I was like, okay, great. You need help in a place I can't get into. That's great.
Y'all, when I tell you this is the drunkest I've ever been in my life, this was the drunkest I have ever been in my life. I couldn't walk. I was upstairs trying to figure out how to walk myself downstairs. And so I said to Colton, I said, I can't walk. Will you help me walk downstairs?
A love story.
The love story that happened in a matter of hours. And he said, yeah. And we're still talking, and he's walking me downstairs. And Victoria can share what happened here before, then I'll tell you my goodbye with Colton.
So I eventually see Liz coming out of like this door, and I'm like, Liz, I'm right here. And I do see Colton just there with her, kind of like holding her up because like she was definitely very drunk. And I was like, Liz, come on. And then I saw her and Colton like talking about something. I don't know what was being said.
I turned to Colton. I don't remember all that I said. I truly don't remember anything about this man besides he invests in crypto and stocks and he wants to live in a van. And I looked at him and I said, you can kiss me goodnight if you want. And he kissed me on the cheek.
And then he proceeded to kiss her on the cheek. I did see that happen and I was like, oh, rough. And then after this is the funniest part for me. I was like, Liz, come on. Liz walks through like, so it was confusing. And like, if I was drunk, I think I'd be a little confused too. There's like an outside bar right next to the exit, but you can't exit through the outside bar. You have to go out and around like the outdoor. So Liz tries and she's like, I can't get out. And I'm like, yeah, you'll have to go around. You have to go around. And she's like, what? What? Around where? And I'm like, go that way. Go around and come out.
I'm literally fighting with this metal fence that I can't.
She's like shaking it. And I'm like, Liz, listen to me.
I couldn't. I want to preface that I don't remember doing this.
It was so funny. She eventually made it out after.
And the bouncer was laughing at me.
The bouncer was indeed like, because I had gone up to the bouncer and was like, hi, my friend just said she needs help. Like, what's the tea? I was like, can you go see? And by the time we like actually communicated, you were trying to get out the gate and he's like,
was he going to let you come get me?
No. I know. Fake of that bouncer. Anyway, yeah. By that time you were pulling on a fence and he was like, oh, that's your friend? And I was like, yes. That's my friend, everybody.
The one fighting with a gate that doesn't open.
But she got out. She got out the exit. It was all good.
I also want to preface by saying that I was texting Victoria, like, non-word things. Like, I thought I was texting her words. They were, in fact, not words.
Correct.
And Madison was waiting for us outside. She was about to come in there.
Yeah, because I went out to Madison, and I was like, I don't think Liz is doing well. I can't get in the bar. I'm not 21. Madison is in full-on pajamas at this point. I think she was a little, like, upset at that moment because she was like, fine. She, like, gets out of the car, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
She was mad.
But I got Liz out, and then
threw me in the car.
Literally threw Liz in the car. I was like, get your arm in there. And I closed the door.
I just remember having to pee so bad.
The second we start driving, Liz is like, I have to pee. And we were like, well, sorry. Because it was truly like, 7 minutes from the hotel?
I don't know, but I was like trying to roll down the window and put my butt out the window so I could pee.
Yeah, I think from the bar to the hotel, it was a 7-minute drive. And we were like, Liz, you have to wait 7 minutes. Like, that's it. Please just wait 7 minutes. You can't pee. And she was like... oh, it feels like a baby. She is giving a performance. And we just said, sorry. Sorry, you have to wait. And she's over here moaning in pain. But between her moans, she does still have time to tell me and Madison about 300 times that she met the love of her life tonight. And that her and Colin are going to be together forever. She told us that he wants to live in a van and like that she just is the love of his life and they're going to live in a van together. And we heard that the whole ride home in between moans. So that was truly the night. And then we got back to the hotel, which is a whole nother scene. When I say Liz was performing, she was performing. She was giving a performance of a lifetime, and I loved it.
I should have won an Oscar for this performance.
Yeah. We get back to the hotel. Liz stumbles out of the car, but she's on a mission now because she has to pee. So we're like, here, Liz. This was our first mistake. I don't know why we did this. We gave Liz the key to like get into the building. She's drunk, so she can't use it. She drops it in the road, and we're like, oh geez. So we open the door, and also this. That's so funny to me. Liz is like crawling up the stairs, not fast, but she thinks she's moving fast.
I thought I was running. When I tell you that I thought I was running a marathon up those steps, I thought I was bolting for my life.
That's what makes it so much better, is she was not running. Like, I'm pretty sure Madison had time to pee before Liz made it up the stairs.
I didn't even know that.
So Liz, we finally get into the room. Liz pees, and then comes trying to get Liz into bed, which is a whole nother story. But I'll sum it up. Basically, I did end up.
I fell asleep.
We're in a hotel room with 2 beds. She's on the floor in between the 2 beds, and
I just fell on the floor and didn't get up.
Fell on the floor, and then she kicked her leg up. She's like, Victoria, you take off my shoes? I'm like, yeah, no, for sure. I'll definitely take off your shoes. So I'm like trying to help Liz. I'm like undressing her, trying to get her pajamas. And then eventually you do change into your pajamas, but then she proceeded.
I wake you up in the middle of the night telling you I don't know how to take my bodysuit off.
And you're like, I can't find my shirt. I'm like digging through Liz's bag. I'm like, I don't know which shirt it is. Naked. Truly, yes, she was, and I was like, okay, we gotta get this fixed.
But the funny thing is, I don't remember any of this. I don't remember you helping me take my shoes off. I don't remember yelling at Madison to give me a blanket on the floor, and I don't remember waking you up for the second time, being like, get my clothes off.
Yeah. But we thought that she was settled. Huh?
You left me walking around the hotel room, the hotel room naked because you were done with me, and you just went back to bed, and you're like, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Because in the very beginning, we tried to get Liz, into a bed. Me and Liz were sharing a bed that night, and I was like, come on, Liz, get into bed. And she refused. She was like, I'm on the floor. So we were like, okay, fine. So I was like, let's just let her go to bed. She'll get into bed when she's ready. She did. I woke up in the morning and she was right next to me. And I was like, okay.
I got my clothes on somehow.
Yeah, she was fully in her pajamas. I was like, this is crazy.
And then I woke up and I looked at you and Madison. And you said to me, did you meet the love of your life last night? Was he so cute? And I said, oh, how did you know?
Yeah, we were making fun of Liz. All in good fun.
And so I woke up the next morning, still intoxicated, I'd like to say. I was intoxicated for a full 12 hours, at least. And extremely hungover at the same time. I barely could eat. And I texted Colton on Snapchat. I messaged him, and I was just like, hey, sorry about last night. I really don't remember what we talked about or what I said to you. But if you find yourself in Holcomb again, let me know. And he read it and never responded.
Classic. That is classic Colton.
That is the end of my love story with Colton. Except we had brief communication because I saw his friend at our hotel 3.5 hours away, and I was like, hey, I know your friend. Colton,
that's true.
Tell me about you.
Yeah. That was also a fun fact of the night, was that their friend just casually worked at the hotel we were staying at.
Yeah, they stay there a couple days a week. And we're like, oh my gosh, crazy.
Crazy. But that is the night. That is Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah.
The craziest night of my life. And the drunkest night of my life. I fell in love.
It was fun, though. It was a good trip, and I'm glad we got the weekend getaway. And
Me
if
too.
you've picked up anything from this story, it's don't get in the car with 4 strangers.
No.
But if you do, it will hopefully be a good time.
We'll have to tell you about the Short King at another time and how he is a reoccurring character now.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
A reoccurring character in my life to this day.
Yeah.
But until then, like, rate, review, subscribe.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think there's any more. Do all of that.
Okay. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Victoria. Like the
Like
Queens.
the Queens.